So the Rockets win the tip. A look at the Magic starting group. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Now here's Brooks after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Smith sets the pick for Green. Three-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Suggs. Drills it from outside.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And stolen by Wagner. That's good from Suggs on the assist from Wagner. Suggs has got 5 now.
Tremendous effort from Suggs on the fast break. I tell you, it's not easy to keep up with him.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope. Green with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Here in the first. Oh!
My goodness. Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Banchero is screen on Brooks. Banchero looking around. Banchero is screen for Wagner. 6 to shoot. Driving to the basket. And it's Suggs missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Brooks outside. Suggs against Eason. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
Now Brooks, after Jalen Suggs missed from long range. Brooks kicks to Thompson. A minute 42 left to play in the first. And yes, it's good. Thompson's got 7 points. The Magic trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Once again off the mark, Orlando. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there, because the rest of his game is complete.
Now Green, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the wide-open shot from Green. Here's Thompson with the second effort, and he sinks the layup. He's got 9.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Banchero is screen on Brooks. Suggs passes to Wagner. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good on the three-point shot.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Wagner passes to Isaac, and Isaac throws it down.
And, you know, Isaac is a high percentage shooter, takes good shots and makes a good percentage of them. And he's very skilled at getting position to throw it down on you.
Eason finds Green. Smith outside. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for Houston. He finishes with 9 points. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Smith for three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The Magic trail by 6. Isaac goes in, and Isaac throws it down.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Eason, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
To the inside, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Houston passes to Black. Lays it up off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Houston leading by 4. Green dishes to Smith. Back to Green. From deep. Houston with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Batadze the pass to Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. The drive by Brooks.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Batadze can't hit. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Eason with a screen for Green. Pass to Smith. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. What's most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Wagner against Green. Anthony in the corner. Launches a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Anthony's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
When it comes to solid three-point shooting, Anthony makes them when they count the most.
Pass to Whitmore. minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. The Magic trail by 7. Anthony with it. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Şengün. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Tate with the screen for Whitmore. Back to Tate. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Such a wide open look. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Magic have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Black. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Back to Holiday. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now Anthony for the 3. And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets on top. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
And get ready for the Fan and Sports Shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Green is out there with Jae'Sean Tate. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
I like the setup there. Green with a really rock-solid pick.
The Magic trail by 16. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Wagner. And that one, good. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Holiday, no one around him. And another 3 for Houston.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Black the pass to Houston. Shot clock at 6. And he drops it in from the low post.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Tate does screen on Anthony. From outside, off the mark. And stolen by Şengün. The tray. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Black. Pass to Houston. It's Black in the corner. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Whitmore. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. The shot. Black grabs the board.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Substitution.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Tipped away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time. Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
Banchero a screen for Suggs. From beyond the arc and then some. Suggs has got 10. Rockets leading by 14. Thompson looking for an opening. Eason passes to Smith. Tries again. Brooks outside. On the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 14. Wagner outside. Isaac a screen on Smith. And Isaac throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Suggs against Brooks. And Suggs throws it down.
So tough trying to slow down Suggs, especially when he gets it going, because he's persistent and relentless.
Brooks outside. In the corner, Smith with it. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one. Lets it go with a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 16-point lead. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Isaac in at the center.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
On the wing, Isaac. Back to Suggs. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs so dangerous in the pick and roll.
The Magic trail by 14. Caldwell Pope for 3. The offensive rebound. Isaac kicks to Banchero. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Banchero's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Green against Suggs. Green passes to Eason. From the arc. Traps in the tray. And the Rockets lead by 14.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Isaac. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Thompson slams it home.
This one has been all about Amin Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Green, the pass to Easton. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. The three-pointer, no good. The Magic trail by 16. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Lets the three fly. The Magic again can't hit. Rockets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. Stolen by Thompson. Eason gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got 6 in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Back to Smith. Isaac with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And now Banchero pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Suggs against Green. Launches it. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Houston.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Amin Thompson.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
The Magic have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Eason, a screen on Isaac. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's the Magic's ball. Pass to Wagner. Banchero, a screen for Wagner. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Brooks will bring it up for Houston. 15-point game. From deep three-point territory. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down.
NBA basketball. All right, let's take a look at New Orleans starting lineup. We've got Herb Jones. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And for the Rockets, Green out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. And it's Smith in at the center position. And this promises to be an up-tempo affair, Brent. Both teams aren't shy about getting out on the break.
I think about it, BA, are the coaches telling each of their teams tonight, look, as fast as we get out in transition, we have to do the same in terms of getting back in transition defense. Just slow them down 3 or 4 seconds to make them set up anything in the half-court offense, and ultimately that could win out here tonight.
Now here's Thompson. Smith with a screen on Jones. Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Murray passes to McCollum. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Jones against Smith. Pass to Eason. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Murphy.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Houston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. First one falls for them. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Murray, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Brooks from outside. He drops it from range.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. first quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. He feels the X factor in this one could be CJ McCollum. Coach said his combination of scoring and playmaking is elite, and his teammates follow his lead. We can't afford to let him go off tonight. That would make it an uphill battle. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now, here's Green. Driving in. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Jones with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Jones, the pass to Murray. Can they get it? That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Murray's athleticism helping him navigate his way to the basket that time in aggressive play.
To the middle. Eason finds Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And that one's good. Olynyk.
Olynyk showing some confidence now, and the big man is catching and firing.
Thompson passes to Green. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Murray. McCollum outside. Back to Murray. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Murray's got 6 points.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense, so you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
Green in the post, working on Olynyk. Smith inside, defended by Murray. A nice shot by Smith.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Boston's checked in. Knocked! Murray with it. He's picked up by Eason. Jones with a screen on Green. Outside Jones. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
Here's Eason. Soft touch off the glass.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Brooks. Back to Green. Here's Eason. Green with a screen on Jones. And here is Green. 6 on the shot clock. High arcing shot. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Out to the right wing. Knocked loose. On the wing, Jones. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Murray. Give him 8. Outside Jones. Back to Murray. Over Green. Offline from the top of the key. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Houston?
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Amen Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Dillon Brooks. Then it's Green. And it's Smith in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Jones. He lays it up and banks it in.
The paint, that's where Jones likes to live, and that's where he's comfortable. You can use that length to his advantage.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Eason finds Smith. Screen by Eason. Just 4 to shoot. A nice shot by Smith.
And there's the length of Smith at work, playing big on the interior.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Here we go, all alone. It's Eason with the jam.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Here's Murray. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Eason, a screen on Murray. Green, the pass to Eason. Thompson against Jones. Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game. Brooks outside. 5 on the clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. A nice shot by Smith.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Jones with a screen on Green. Murray against Green. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Green finds Tate. Back to Green. Inside. And Sengun throw it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And that one's good, Olynyk.
Yeah, that's deep right there. Accurate shooting from KO.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Tate. They set a pick. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fires from deep. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his 3-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Here's Holiday. Back to Whitmore. Softly drops in the floater. Whitmore's got his first points of the game.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Screen by Olynyk. Murray passes to Jones. Here's Boston. He's covered by Holiday. Here's Boston. No made baskets yet. Murray inside. Whitmore defending. Murray no good. Here's Tate. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And Houston has possession. Şengün, the screen. Here's Holiday. And it goes!
They got that one.
Gets it! Wow!
That's before the buzzer right there.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low.
Measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Wow, what a performance by DeJounte Murray.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. Alvarado and McCollum comprise the backcourt. Bruce Brown is out there with Zion Williamson. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Houston. Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season. Inside, Zion just a monster. He could go over or through opposition.
Holiday passes to Green. Back to Holiday. And that comes off the assist by Green. Holiday's gotten his second bucket of the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Clock at 6. Here's Williamson, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And how much strength is on display right there from Zion Williamson.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the game. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Pelicans trail by 3. McCollum taking his time here. Gone in this third quarter now. No luck on that one. The Rockets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Good on the bucket. Holiday's got 6.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And how agile was Zion on that dunk.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a 1 of 1. His teammate CJ McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Smith with a screen on Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Green finds Smith. Rebound by Olynyk. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They trail by 3. McCollum with it. Green picks him up. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Pass to Smith. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 10.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. Murray for three. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Eason against Murray. To the inside. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. Outside Olynyk. Pass to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Outside Olynyk. Murray, no good. Houston leading by 5. Outside Eason. 29 seconds left in the third quarter here. Now here's Brooks. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Brooks has got 5 points.
And just as tough as they come, Dillon Brooks battling for 2 points.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Rockets on top. They lead by 5. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Tari Eason is out there with Smith. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Dillon Brooks. And it's Green in at point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Pass to Smith. Screen by Eason. Goes up from the top of the key. Smith no good.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
That ties it up.
The corners head on anywhere on the arc works for Trey Murphy.
Green against Olynyk. Smith outside. Deflected. Murray against Smith. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Olynyk with a screen on Green. The kick to Olynyk. To take the lead. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. Eason, pass to Green. They need this. And perfection right through the net.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
Outside Murray. It's hauled in by Houston. And that's an intentional foul.
Murphy. Third personal foul. First team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Picked by Smith. Here's Eason. Off the mark there with a 3. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. McCollum on the wing. The kick to Olynyk. 5 to shoot. From deep. The shot won't fall.
Well, he just hasn't found his rhythm tonight, partly because he's gotten fewer touches.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. They set the pick. And that one drops for him.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Second team foul.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. Here's Murray. Sweet little floater. Murray's got 21.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Green against Murray. Eason, a screen on Murray. Green. The flush. Jalen Green.
And demonstrating how fearless he is, Green welcomes the chance to take important shots.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. The drive by Murray. Pass to McCollum. The kick to Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Murray for 3.
Nice defense right there from Green. I mean, he's making his presence felt.
Green running the floor.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Murray for 3. Murray can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Thompson passes to Green. Green going at the deep. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive. Absolutely fearless. Green takes the big shot like it's any other bucket.
Olynyk with a screen on Green. Outside Olynyk. Tries again. Murray for 3. Again, the miss by Murray.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
There's McCollum with the 3. Smith with the rebound. Fires away from way outside. Misses there. And so it's Houston winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Herbert Jones is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's McCollum in at point guard. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Isaac in at center. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Fires the three. The second chance effort. Back to Olynyk, and stolen by Wagner. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And there's Suggs on the assist from Wagner.
Raw speed helps Suggs out there, keeping him ahead of the defense on the fast break.
Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. Pass to Olynyk. All sorts of time. No good on that one.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Caldwell Pope for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams. And he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I love coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Olynyk, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Murray kicks to Olynyk. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
Oh, unselfish play. What you like about Murray, he doesn't get tunnel vision with the ball. He keeps his eyes up and his options open.
Isaac outside. It's tipped. Stolen by McCollum. Out to the wing. The three. Drills the three-pointer.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Isaac with a screen for Banchero. Suggs against Murray. Count that one. Suggs has got 7 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Isaac a screen on Murray. And it's Suggs missing. Pelicans leading by 3. It's McCollum on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Nice move. Jones looking for an opening. 4 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Olynyk. Wagner against Murray. Isaac with the steal. Here's Banchero. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
McCollum outside. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic trail by 3. Suggs passes to Banchero. Isaac outside. Suggs finds Wagner. Here's Banchero. Good, he hits the jump shot.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Pelicans. 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Olynyk inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. He has 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Suggs against Murray. Suggs kicks to Isaac. Pass to Wagner. Van Carroll looking around. A baseline J. No good there.
Yeah, classic block out. You love to see that. Taking care of the defensive glass.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Van Carroll. And it's Suggs in at the point. This is out there for Orlando. Pelicans leading by 6. And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Here's Van Carroll. Sinks the three-pointer. Van Carroll's got 5 points so far.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Van Carroll will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Murray kicks to Olynyk. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Olynyk's got the lead up to 6 now for New Orleans. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Suggs. The 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Van Carroll is screened for Suggs. And finished off by Van Carroll.
Oh, love that. Van Carroll moves so well with and without the ball.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
For 3, Murray hits the three-point bomb. Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
From deep. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic trail by 5. Stolen away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jones, that's for 2. No good with the wing jumper.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Kicks it out to Hawkins. And the Pelicans miss again. And here's Van Carroll. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Wagner as screen on Jones. And Banchero, here we go. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the Magic score.
And Caldwell Pope able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, but that's one the defense will live with.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. It's his first trip to the line. Throw good, McCollum.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Black. He's defended by Alvarado. They set the pick. Black the pass to Tonci. And his first shot of the game, no good. The three from McCollum, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans lead by 3. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Trey Murphy displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Out there with Williamson.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Rebounded by Anthony. The Magic trail by 4. Pass to Tonci, and it's Goga Tonci with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Anthony against McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Black. He's defended by Alvarado. Tonci can't hit. Pelicans leading by 6. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any.
Yep, I would agree. They set the pick. Another miss by Orlando. And here are the Pelicans. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Drives to the hoop, and finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
The Magic trail by 11. And stolen by Williamson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Alvarado. Covered by Anthony. Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Black in the post, working on Williamson. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Brown.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Wagner against Williamson. And Wagner drives in and finished off by Wagner.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by New Orleans.
A minute 20 left to play in the third. Wagner against Williamson. From beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. The Magic trail by 11. Here's Bitadze. And he banks in the layup. Bitadze's got his second basket.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
McCollum against Anthony. Deep two from Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Black. He's defended by Alvarado. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Black.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
McCollum looking it over. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Black. Those 3-pointers off the mark. McCollum outside. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And so it's New Orleans. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Isaac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Banchero, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Suggs. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their 3-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Caldwell Pope for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Banchero finds Wagner. Back to Banchero. And he's good on the 3-ball. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And it's Orlando's ball. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Suggs kicks to Isaac. From down in the low post, it goes.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
Just 5 to shoot. Olynyk inside. He's covered by Suggs. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Magic moving the ball around. And Carroll. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Shot from the top of the key, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. And the Pelicans lead by 6. The Magic have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Here's Suggs. The teardrop falls in. Suggs has got 5 points now this quarter.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Murray against Caldwell Pope. Olynyk has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen. It doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
They grab their own miss. For 3, Caldwell Pope. No good on the shot. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Olynyk, a screen on Banchero. Connects from 3-point range. And now a 10-point Pelican lead.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
Scooped up. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. It's good from long range. There's 42 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Pass to Olynyk. 3-pointer. That one, no good. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Orlando. They trail by 7. Here's Isaac. And Jones pulls it down. And McCollum launches it from deep. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
It'll be the Rockets off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Rockets opening lineup. Jabari Smith out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Jalen Green. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 2. Now here's Green. Knocks down the triple.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you. If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The 3 is up. Smith with the rebound. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. It's Eason with the jam.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
To stop the run. It's hauled in by Houston. And they're running. Here's Brooks. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Thompson passes to Eason. Smith outside. Jacks up a 3. That shot is off. The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Carroll passes to Suggs. And Carroll with a screen on Green. Back to Suggs. Lets the 3 fly. Eason pulls it in. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Thompson finds Green. From the arc. Rebounded by Suggs. And Carroll outside. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him. The Rockets have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Got a hand on it. Isaac against Eason. And it's Isaac with the basket on the assist from Banchero.
Possessions that end with close looks, especially for guys like Isaac, those are key to winning games.
Outside Eason. Here's Green. Pass to Smith. Now here's Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Magic trail by 4. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Smith outside. Minute 32 left to play in the first quarter. They still need this. Rebound by the Magic. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Isaac. Eason pulls it in. Houston leading by 4. Here's Thompson. Around the back and lays it in. Nice.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
It's Suggs with a drive.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Smith outside. Thompson outside. Going inside. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That first step is so dangerous with Amen. I mean, he was just gone.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Houston. 6-point lead. There's 14 seconds left in the opening quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
6 to shoot.
Oh, my goodness. How about that? Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And so it's the Houston Rockets, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Green. Tari Eason is out there with Smith. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Houston leading by 8 gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Eason finds Smith. Stolen by Carter. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero all the way.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Suggs against Green. Right side Eason shoots from 14.
On defense, Banchero has a lot of good physical attributes, which help him create pressure.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And here's Green from the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Suggs has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Banchero with a screen on Eason. Back to Banchero. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Here's Suggs. Oh, powered down with both hands.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Green with the ball. Wagner picks him up, finding some room inside. Green. Richard, if the 3-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. So Orlando ends up going with a new group. The Rockets lead by 6. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Şengün. Fires the 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Wagner for 3. Holiday grabs the miss. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Şengün passes to Holiday, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Batase with a screen. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Tate's shot is off.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
With some arc, that one doesn't drop. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Tate. Now Whitmore. 41 seconds left in the second. On the wing, Holiday. Clock at 6. Green, a screen. And it's Houston scoring again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Orlando shooting their first free throw in this game. Houston leading by 9. Outside Holiday. Pass to Şengün. It's rebounded by Batase. Three-pointer, Anthony. Nails it from 3. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And there's Şengün on the assist from Holiday. And the Rockets lead by 8.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And so it's Houston up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Goga Batase. Anthony is out there with Mo Wagner. And it's Black in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Pass to Şengün. Fires the 3. Sinks the tray. Şengün's got 8.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc because everyone has a three-point shot now.
It's Anthony on the top. Oh, my goodness. Throw it down.
Come on.
Oh, there's nothing more fun than putting a big guy on a poster. That is the definition of an aggressive play.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Down low. Nice move. And that one is stuffed right through.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. On the wing, Thompson. 6 points for him. From downtown, Anthony grabs the board. Magic trail by 8. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And the free throw, no good. Tate's checked in for Houston.
Rockets substitution. Number 8, Deshaun Tate.
Here's Holiday. basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. On the wing, Anthony. Whitmore defending. Wagner for 3. Again, Wagner missing. The Rockets lead by 11. Pass to Şengün. Outside for Green. Green, a screen. Tate's shot is off. Orlando has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter, and they'll keep possession. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Şengün. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to De Silva. Anthony outside. 6 on the shot clock. Wagner, and he jams it home with authority.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. The Rockets lead by 8. Thompson with it. Smith outside. We've got 1:48 left in the third. And the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Screen by Eason. Here's Green. Great drive by Green. That's his game.
Coach has to be pleased with what Green is doing out there, playing with a ton of energy on the offensive end.
It's Anthony on the take. Thompson pulls it in. Houston has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. .55 seconds left in the third. Thompson with a screen. And again, it's Houston. Magic trail by 12. Here's Black. Pass to De Silva. The 3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Green, the pass to Thompson. 23 seconds left in the third. And here's Eason. Thompson, a screen on Wagner. Eason tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Here's De Silva. And another 3 for Orlando.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter, appearing in control. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Dylan Brooks is out there with Green. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Eason in at the 4-man position. Suggs against Brooks. It's Suggs with a drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Suggs against Green. To the paint. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Banchero. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Suggs finds Banchero. Suggs against Eason. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Wagner. No good from outside. The Rockets lead by 10. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And it's Green missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Way to stay strong, Paolo. Not letting the foul get the better of him.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
No, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Brooks against Suggs. Banchero outside. Here's the three. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Back to Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Certain times you can tell when a player is going to shoot the ball, and you can see that from Green on his way up the floor.
Pass to Smith. Thompson against Wagner. An open look for Smith. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in the game. That's tipped. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Suggs. By himself. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Pass to Banchero. Easton with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. Up top, Thompson, defended by Wagner. Hits the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Stolen by Thompson. Drives to the hoop. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Rockets.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Green.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Drains the triple.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
And here's Houston. They're on a 13-5 run. Thompson passes to Brooks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 14. Outside for Green. Thompson, a screen on Wagner. And here's Green from the arc. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner outside. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Brooks. And it's Wagner missing. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Tari Eason is out there with Jabari Smith. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Green in at the 1 spot. And for the Pelicans, we've got Kelly Olynyk, C.J. McCollum out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's Herbert Jones.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. And the layup falls. Well, Clark, it may not be for everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Olynyk the pass to Murray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now Murray, following the 3-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. Yep, that one goes. Murray's got 6.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Now here's Green. Thompson a screen on Murray. And here's Green outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Jones. Olynyk sets a screen for Jones. No good on the 3. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The drive by Thompson. Brooks outside. Over in the corner, Green. Pocket 6. Back to Brooks. Over McCollum. Brooks misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Here's McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Here's Smith. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Brooks with no one around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. From outside the arc, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Smith sets the pick for Eason. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Eason's got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
DeJounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
pass to Eason. Thompson sets the pick for Eason. Here he goes, and the dunk by Eason.
You know, this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
Murray down low, covered by Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss. Rockets trail. Now Brooks. Thompson outside. Eason with a screen for Thompson. And Thompson throws it down. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Murray. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. New Orleans on top, leading by a point. On New Orleans, back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Jones. Also Trey Murphy out there. Kelly Olynyk is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Boston in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Murray against Green. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Here's Murray, kept alive. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Green kicks to Brooks. Smith on the wing. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Here's Green. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Really good body control by Green. He's able to adjust off the contact and do so at a really high level.
Clark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Brooks dishes to Green. Brooks with a screen on Murray. And the wide open shot from Green. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You got to pick up Green at half court. He's got in the gym range and supreme confidence to go with it.
Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And it's Green with the jam.
Able to score from anywhere on the court. Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So it'll be C.J. McCollum shooting. It goes on Dylan Brooks. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers. And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
It's McCollum on the wing. score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Green. Here's Smith. They kick it out to Green. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
McCollum looking it over. Pass to Olynyk. Over Brooks. Kicks it out to Jones. A three-pointer is right on target. Jones has got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Tate. Green with a screen for Tate. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Pass to Tate. Whitmore sends a screen for Tate. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Murray, the pass to Olynyk. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Whitmore with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
It's stolen by Green. It's a tie game in New Orleans. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
33.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on us. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Alperen Şengün out there with Green. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Olynyk, a screen on Holiday. McCollum, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all 3 levels.
Outside Holiday. Now, here's Tate. Guarded closely. Green, no luck. New Orleans gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, you know, Murray plays with an intelligence and a poise that belies his years. I mean, this guy rarely forces things. He's very good at allowing things to come to him. And just has a nice rhythm and pace he plays with.
Green with a screen on McCollum. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, you look at DeJounte Murray, and I tell you what, he's long, he's fast, he has great instincts. He's a real challenge for defenders.
Şengün with the screen for Holiday. Another miss by Houston. Pelicans leading by 6. Murray with it. Now Green defending, and it's Murray with the jam.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Şengün passes to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Will it go? And the shot goes down. Green's got 4 this quarter. And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's made the decision that he wants to huddle up with his guys. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group.
Substitution on the court.
Here's McCollum. He's got 15, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Green just levitates to the rack. A 40-inch plus vertical will allow you to do that.
Pelicans leading by 7. For 3. The Rockets pull it in. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Olynyk against Green. Pass to Murray. McCollum dishes to Olynyk. 5 on the clock. Rebound by Smith. Rockets trail by 7. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Here's the 3. Hands it from downtown. Eason's got 11.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Murray looking around. Pass to Olynyk. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
Well, Green showing you how explosive he can be off the steal. Takes the ball and takes off for the finish.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
We're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Outside for Murray. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
You know, we often talk about the importance of confidence for these young players, guys. Murray's showing plenty of confidence there.
And Green slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Hits it from three-point range.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Smith up top. Olynyk is covering. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Trey Murphy. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Murray in a shooting guard. That's the Pelicans 5. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Thompson.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Back to Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
The more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
The versatility of Smith on display there, and we're seeing it. I mean, he can act as a ball handler or the roller in the two-man game.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
A screen from Thompson. And Green launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Green's got 22 points.
Exactly how you run the pick and roll. Green looking very comfortable and confident in these sets.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
He hits both from the stripe. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Eason, a screen on Murray. Green finds Eason. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Olynyk's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he drives in, and that one is hammered home.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Green against Murray. Here's Eason. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Murray outside. Driving inside. Left side, Jones. 6 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3. His 11th attempt is no good. He's made 9 of those 11. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Eason. Pelicans with the rebound. Back to Jones. Olynyk high post. Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in there. Murray with the assist. McCollum's got 24.
You watch McCollum, and he just oozes confidence.
Easton passes to Green. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Smith.
And this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
Murray down low. Working on Green. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Murray's got 14 points now in the second half.
And you have to appreciate the confidence that Murray plays with. He's never afraid to take the big shot.
Eason against Murray. Olynyk with the steal. On the wing, Murray. And stolen by Eason. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Smith, the pass to Eason. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Eason, a screen on McCollum. Brooks kicks to Green. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Murray. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And an intentional foul right there. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Şengün's checked in for Jalen Green. Five seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Olynyk, a screen on Brooks. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Olynyk. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Great activity level on the board. Impressive. Wow.
Şengün with a wide cold-blooded buzzer beater.
Clutch, much in the clutch. Woohoo! How about...
Suggs in at point guard. And for the Pelicans, they've got C.J. McCollum, Trey Murphy out there with Herb Jones. Then it's Murray, and it's Olynyk in at the 5, down low. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights. This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Pure from three-point range.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
And then Carroll gets it to go.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Jones from outside. Orlando with the rebound.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And Carroll with a screen on McCollum. And Suggs, here we go. Open shot, then Carroll. Jones grabs the board.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Lets it fly. And the first shot of the night for him, missing.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Wagner. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Jones from outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And now we'll go to Ali LaForce, who had a chance to visit with Willie Green.
I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Ali.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Jones with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's Murray. And that one's on target from the wing.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. He's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Murray from outside, and the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Typically, Murray likes to get that shot off while he's dribbling, but in recent years, working on that catch-and-shoot situation.
Wagner, right side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wagner. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Outside Jones. Olynyk with a screen on Banchero. Puts it up. Olynyk finds Jones. 5 to shoot. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Suggs. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Murray's shot is good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Wagner. Defense right on him. And it's the Pelicans on the break.
Throw it up to Trey, and he'll finish it off.
And Orlando has possession. They trail by 6. Banchero left side over Jones. Launches a 3. And Banchero with the bucket. And the assist by Isaac. Banchero's got 7 points in the game.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere. Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans lead by 3. McCollum with it. Now guarded by Suggs. McCollum's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
New Orleans has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Murray's athleticism helping him navigate his way to the basket that time, an aggressive play.
Caldwell Pope, a screen on Jones. The 3 from Banchero. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Murray from outside. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. He put together 10. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Jones in at the 4. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Caldwell Pope against Murray. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Murray's got 12.
And it feels like DeJounte Murray's working at the post office right now because there's stamps of him all over this game.
Suggs with the bucket.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Murray looking around. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got 5 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
McCollum on the wing. Rebounded by Suggs.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
From deep three-point land. And again, New Orleans no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Jones sets a screen. Murray passes to Jones. And again, New Orleans no good. Orlando trailing here. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Brett, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. Isaac's shot is off. New Orleans has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. There's McCollum with the 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
He really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there when he pulls up.
Here's Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Not enough on that one as it misses. New Orleans leading by 5. McCollum way outside. Three-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Suggs. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Suggs has got 6 in the quarter.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Magic trail by 3. Here's Banchero, and he drives in. An easy 2 on the layup. Banchero's got 12.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Takes the 3. And again, New Orleans no good. The Magic have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
McCollum way outside. And the Pelicans miss again. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Back to Banchero. Wagner with a screen on Olynyk. And Carroll passes to Caldwell Pope. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. Brown passes to Boston. Back to Brown. No good with the triple. Anthony left side. Wagner outside. Let's go with a 3. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Magic. They're up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
You're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Goga Batase. Anthony is out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Black in at the point.
I mean, he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Count that one. Boston's got his first 2 points of the night.
Unselfish play there by Zion. Moving the ball to another shooter.
Anthony in the post. And he makes it. And here's Alvarado. No points so far. Pulls up at the elbow. It's hauled in by Black.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Wagner outside. The 3 ball. And another 3 for Orlando.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pelicans trail by 7. Williamson looking around. Williamson with a screen on Anthony. And stolen by Anthony. Here's Black. Alvarado defending. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. And there's the drive. Plenty of space. And it falls all over the rim and in.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Now Anthony.
Oh, wow!
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pass to Black. The three. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
You combine the power with Zion's ability to float and be coordinated, and defenders are going to struggle to contain him on the drive.
Williamson hits them both. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Black. Yet to see a basket. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Here's Boston. Gets the 3 ball to go. Boston's got 5 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
There's a screen by Anthony. Black passes to Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Here's Bataze. Shot clock at 5. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Williamson with it. Wagner picks him up. Williamson outside. He shoots a 3. That shot off the mark. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Outside, Brown. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. And now it's just a 2-point Magic lead.
How many times are we going to hear Zion's passing is underrated? Add this one to the list.
It's Anthony on the take. Back to Bataze. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. Jones against Wagner. Pass to Olynyk. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Bataze. Magic leading by 4. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Black. McCollum defends. Black passes to Anthony. Over Murray. McCollum pulls it in.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
The kick to Olynyk. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance. Olynyk's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Murray against Anthony. Out to the wing. Wagner outside. 3-pointer. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. That concludes the third quarter. It continues. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Herb Jones. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Olynyk in at center. That's the Pelicans 5.
Sturdy play by Suggs. He doesn't let the hit mess with his shot, and he's going to the line.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, how about the work they've done from the in-between area? They are making it rain, and the storm ain't over yet.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Count that bucket.
Well, Olynyk at his size is big enough to get the job done.
McCollum against Suggs. Wagner with a screen. Pass to Banchero. Wagner with a screen on Jones. Back to Wagner. The Magic need to put one up here. The three from Suggs. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans trail. Outside Olynyk. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Fires hitting the triple.
Look, every time Murphy can get a look, he'll take the look. Trust me.
Suggs with it. Carter, a screen on McCollum. Here's Suggs. It counts! And the foul! It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. Boy, it's been a grinder of back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Pelicans. From outside the arc. The shot no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Carter, a screen on Jones. And Carroll passes to Suggs. On target from range. And it's a 5-point Magic lead.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
McCollum with it. Now Carter defending. Back to McCollum. Over Suggs. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now here's Suggs. With the floater. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Unloads. Offensive rebound. Here's Banchero. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Pelicans trail by 3. It's Olynyk, high post. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
Olynyk getting a huge bucket right there. That was big.
McCollum on the wing. Olynyk with a screen on Carter. The offensive rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Going inside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
For 3, McCollum. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum. They're willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Caldwell Pope against Murray. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
So reliable with the ball in his hands. Caldwell Pope wanted that shot, and he got it.
Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Pass to Banchero. And Orlando again with the bucket.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Murray for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got 9 rebounds now. And here's Suggs. Wagner in the high post. Suggs against McCollum. And Suggs the bucket on the assist by Wagner. And the Magic lead by 6. Murray against Caldwell Pope. Murray passes to Jones. Caldwell Pope against Murray. Jones with a screen on Wagner. Murray for 3. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
And you can count on DeJounte when it matters most. That is clutch.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn. Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
Jones from outside. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here are the Magic now. Now Banchero. Wagner with a screen on Jones. Pulls up on the wing. Banchero no good. Here's Murray. From deep. No good. So it's Orlando picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned